Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of G Bear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And here we are on December 30th, 2020. One day left to 2020. And then we go into 2021. So, I'm looking over here because with the sun being shaded out a little bit, you can see the snow in the mountains over there. And try not to make you dizzy moving too fast. And you can see the snow in the mountains over there. Yep, lots of snow in those mountains. I think Pierre from Heat Seeker Bus left that there when he was down last year. And it's Canadian snow, so it doesn't melt very fast. Kidding. That is what came from that storm that we had the other day. That gave me 3/8 of an inch of rain down here. And they got a few feet of snow up there. Well, not a few feet. That's a little exaggeration. But they did get some snow up there. I think they got about a foot. And a bunch of people who've never been in snow before decided, let's go to the mountains and see the snow. And they drove up there without tire chains or snow tires or anything like that on their vehicles. And guess what? Hundreds of them got stuck and had to be rescued. And they went up with half a tank, a quarter tank of gas, and they got stuck in the snow, and they had to run the heater and the motor all night long to try to keep warm. And they ran out of gas, and they had to be rescued. Go figure. Anyway, some of us grew up in snow areas, and we know better. And, you know, they talk about chains. Everybody around here said, well, chains are required. Chains are required. You know what? I grew up in the snow, and chains, now, nobody had chains. If anything, if you were really rich, you had studded snow tires. But they outlawed those after a while because once the snow melted and you got up to regular speed in those cars, the studs would fly out of the tires and they'd be like bullets and they'd take out windshields and all kinds of stuff. So studded snow tires were out, but regular snow tires were still in. So what did I do today? Well, I spent most of the day doing laundry, and I've got it all in the dryer right now. And some of it will be dry by the time I'm ready to go in here for the evening. Others, like these shirts, I just did those. So those will have to probably stay out overnight. But the blankets are all, those were one of the first things I did. They've been out here all day. They're ready to go back in. And it almost looks like it might rain again. Go figure. Well, there's some upper atmospheric rain going on up there, but it's not hitting the ground, so that's a good thing. But yeah, I did probably, let's see, 6 loads of laundry today. And I got all kinds of stuff all nice and clean and ready to be folded and put away, or remake the bed and sleep really good tonight with that fresh smell of the fresh laundry. Well, one of the other things I did was when I helped my neighbor with his plumbing and roof problem, the last thing he asked me to do was change out this valve for him. And you say, why? That looks like a good valve. Well, it does now because I completely refurbished it. And I've got the washer hanging here to remind me to get another washer. I could take this washer and put it in upside down, and it'll probably work for 6 months or so without a problem. But since I've refurbished it all, I'm going to replace the washer, and then there's a packing that goes in underneath this nut right here that seals the water from being able to come out from the stem. So here's a little tip to you, some of you people. If you have a faucet like this and it leaks out of the stem there when you turn it on, the water kind of drips or even squirts out of there sometimes. If you have that problem, all you have to do is take your channel locks or a wrench that fits, put it on that nut, and tighten it just an eighth of a turn, and the water will stop leaking. There is a packing that goes in there, and when you tighten the nut, it squashes the packing and makes it tighter around the shaft. So don't go too much, or you'll have trouble closing the valve later. But anyone that has a collet nut, that's what that is called, is a collet nut. If you have a collet nut on your valve, like your hose bibs on the side of the house, even the little valves that come out from behind your washer, your clothes washer, those usually all have collet nuts. And if it leaks out of that thing when you turn the valve on, just give it a little bit of a tightening, just enough to where the water stops leaking. Don't over tighten it, and save yourself some money. So my neighbor didn't want this. He says, you can take it. The handle was rusty, and well, the handle doesn't get rusty. It gets pitted because it's cast aluminum. But yeah, the whole thing was dirty, color looking, and just not pretty to look at. But while I was waiting for the laundry to finish, one of the cycles of laundry, I refurbished that thing. And all I need is a new packing and a new washer, and that's it. And it's ready to go, just like brand new. It'll last just as long as a brand new one. So, yep. And because I use those on my totes, and when I put my manifolds on the totes, hey, there's money saved right there, right? All right, so this is the paint I used to repaint the handle on there. And everything was so cold, I had to set it out here in the sun, upside down, and let it warm up enough just so I can get paint out of it to spray. So I was going to use the blue on there and put a blue handle on it, but the blue wouldn't spray at all, so I used the green. And that blue can is completely full. Go figure. All right, everybody. Well, that's about it. Oh yeah, I did go over and completely clean Tomcat's cage out. And I keep saying cage. His condo. I cleaned out his condo, and we're going to go over there now and see what's going on. He's been out all day because, let's see. Yeah, he's still out and about, roaming around. But I put all new fresh food in there, and I fixed his little igloo. I put a smaller pillow in there because the other one was just filling up too much in there, and he didn't like it. Because if he would go in head first, he was burying himself before he got in. So now I put a smaller pillow in there, and that's an old down pillow, and that should work for him. So he's got his food and water all here ready for when he comes back at the end of the night. So when I close off this video, I will put his tarp back down. And that's usually, he sees that, and then he goes in through his little back hallway door and gets in there. So we had dirt bikers out here all day today. I guess they're off for the holiday. Or a lot of people are off just because of COVID. But, yep. Look at those clouds coming in. That's something. There's no call for any weather, so I don't know. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up down there. Don't forget to subscribe down there. And remember, subscriptions are free. And you have to be subscribed to my channel to be involved in the giveaways. And some guys actually require you to buy a membership to their channels. You don't have to pay anything to subscribe to my channel. Just click on the subscribe button. When the little bell pops up, click on that. And every time I post a new video, you'll get notified and says, G-Bear just posted a new video. And you won't miss anything. That's all. Thanks for joining me. This is G-Bear signing off.